Welcome back to another episode of Calm Before the Storm podcast. I'm Kimberly.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Kim.
How are you doing, ladies? How's it going?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Good, good. It's been a hectic couple days, but good. How about you, Steph?
Feeling the hecticness, got the poker face going.
I was trying, but yeah, the poker face for sure.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta zone it in.
Mm-hmm.
But
A
really,
hundred
inside is
percent. That's how I feel. My brain is like, so
but
I'm
right
so
here.
happy. Yeah.
Hi, how are you? I'm Stephanie. Everything is wonderful.
It's all going great. We've got it all together.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to be here with you ladies. Kind of need a minute away. So, I love this roundtable talk. So I'm so happy to be here. I know we usually kick off our conversations with some highs and lows. So I think we should jump right in.
Let's do it.
All right. So my high for the week is thanks to Miss Kim. We got some cards. Woohoo! Show your cards, ladies. This is my high. Make us look
Hello.
You
professional.
look professional now, like a talk show.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like this so y'all can see it all the time. Y'all gonna be
Me
sick of
too.
me.
You're gonna get tired of me like
Hello.
this. So this is my high. What about you, Steph?
My high is my one of my daughters got accepted into the National Honor Society.
Ooh, congrats.
So I think that is amazing, especially
Mhm.
since my mama is not the greatest at school. So I'm like, you go, girl,
That is exciting.
living through you. So
Good.
that is very exciting.
For
Yes, it is.
me, my days was like okay, and then it got hectic. So now I'm at the calm. So I'm just glad I
Mhm.
made it to the calm.
I am always a storm. I just, show calmness.
I'm feeling like the storm now, guys. I'm feeling my brain is like all over. So we're kind
Mine
of
is
switching
always like,
places.
I'm still a little bit in, like I'm just getting out the storm, but I'm towards the calm.
This
okay, you're
works.
starting to see the sunshine.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, okay, like
Yeah.
that.
That is a good one.
Hmm.
All right. My low for the week is this bipolar mother nature. One day it's 80, the next day is 25. So I hate this time of season because we could never get it right. I don't know how to
Hmm.
go out. Maybe
Right.
sweatshirt and some shorts. I don't know, but
You
yeah,
be
that's
seeing
my
people in
low.
shorts and then you be like, is it,
Well, there's some people that wear shorts all year round.
that's
Yes.
true.
And I'm like, some people we know don't feel the cold.
I know. They don't.
Something in their
Right. They
bones.
do not. Right. Mm-mm. No. What about
No.
y'all's lows?
Um, Mine was, realizing that my daughters are actually gonna go to college, like leave and go to
Mm,
college. It actually hit me when doing this college tour with them a couple of weeks ago.
mm.
And it hit me while we were there, like when we got going, prepping all the things, whatever, it didn't happen. But the minute I got like the rental car and I sat in the car, I don't know what, nothing is happening, but sitting in the rental car was it.
Right.
That made it
You're
real.
you're leaving me soon. Like what? They
Right.
like
I look in
what?
the rearview mirror and I was like, oh my God.
Yes, it's
They're
real.
like, are you crying? You don't know. You're not crying. I'm like, I
Um,
am. Oh my God, what's happening? But that's, it's a high and a low.
mhm.
Yes.
Um, my low is the hectic week that I had, but but we made it through.
You
Oh,
fighting through that battle, girl. You got your gear on.
oh,
I got God by
seriously.
me. I'm like, God, please.
Amen, girl.
God, I be talking to him late at night, and I'm like, yo, people, like, if people was to hear my conversation, like, you talk to him like that's your best friend, because he is,
Amen. Thank you.
because he is, he
Start off,
knows.
I gotta come to you and
Somebody's
it's like,
making this happen
oh,
here, okay?
yes.
Hmm.
Oh my God. So I get it. But all right, so these are some good highs and lows. Again, whew,
How was your trip? I didn't get to
conversation.
ask you girls, because I know
Yes.
you just came back.
So good. So
That's the way
good.
I can have the poker face, the calm,
Right.
because it
The
helps.
So it was good, and then
ah,
y'all came back to chaos. Got
it
it.
doesn't
Yes.
fail. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was like,
But
this is the first vacation that I don't need a vacation from the vacation. But once you come back to reality, you're like, I need to go back on vacation.
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing though. We had a wonderful time.
Good, good. I'm
Yes.
glad.
Relaxation, because
Mm,
in our daily life, I feel like it'd be a lot. And you don't
Hmm.
even
yeah.
realize how much you're really doing until you
Hmm.
Right.
actually take a break and
Mm-hmm.
sit down and it's like, oh, I personally don't know how to sit down. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to stay still. As you can see evident, I'm always moving in my seat, but
Yeah.
if the minute I get up, I'm not sitting. Sometimes I don't even sit down till the nighttime, and it's for no
Yeah.
reason.
I know.
So it's
I
like
know.
that I would say is relaxation is key.
Good. You guys needed it, so
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for asking. It was so good. And I'm ready to plan the next one. So there you
Hmm.
have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny.
So, well, I'll kick off some conversation. And it kind of falls into your stuff, Steph. Your high with the girl, one of the girls getting accepted, and then your low with you coming into the realization of like, oh my God, the girls are going away for college. I've been dealing a lot with like my life goals and life plans lately, with the
Mm,
chaos and in my mind, what I had planned already for my future per se, and like what life is supposed to look like right now. Obviously, it is nothing of what I had planned. So I know I'm not the only woman or person per se in the world who's going through this kind of thing, but dealing with setting up a plan and the plan not looking like what it's supposed to look like,
hmm.
and how do we like deal with the unknown, I want to say. I don't know, any conversation points from your guys' end, anything going on like that with you guys? Because I'm struggling.
I think we all struggle with that. It's funny you mentioned that like life goals and how you're trying to plan it and see where you are. My thought for today was like timelines. Who came up with these timelines? Who
Mm,
set these timelines in stone where like people feel like, I gotta be successful by 28. I gotta be have a house purchase, have a brand new car, all these
Hmm.
timelines that we
mm,
create. And it's like we all learn at different paces
mhm.
naturally. What makes everyone's life going to be like a cookie cutter schedule?
Right.
So even with goals, like your goal to you, I may have achieved that earlier,
Hmm.
or maybe it's taken me a lot more time to achieve it, but it's a constant revolving change.
Yeah.
We have to come to a realization where it's okay to not follow through with whatever that goal was.
Hmm.
It changed. Something in your life changed that made that pathway have to change.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I thought, and even in career, right? I thought I was going to be in a certain career.
Hmm.
Growing up, my parents wanted me in entertainment, just like my dad, but I didn't want it. Like, I didn't
Mm,
want to do that in college. So then I went into the 9 to 5. I didn't want it. And then I
right.
landed up falling back down to being what my parents wanted me to be in the beginning in the
Mm,
entertainment world, working with my dad. So it's like you don't know in your life like
right.
what is next. You have to just go with the flow. And I'm an overthinker. So I'm like,
Mm,
oh, my friends say they this successful in their life. I'm not there yet. But that's their life plan. That's what
hmm.
God
No, but
had for
you
them.
are successful in your life.
In my
Right.
yeah, in
Right.
my life.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's just they might have certain things that I don't have. Like I'm in my 30s, I don't have a child yet. You know what I mean? Like so it's like but then society puts this you have to be married by a certain
Mm,
age. You have to have a kid
Mhm.
by a certain age. You know what I mean? So it's like
yep.
this is what's all the stress on someone and you just have to
Right.
like go with the flow
Right.
because you don't know what tomorrow might hold. Something might
Hmm.
come out the blue and that might change your whole world.
I mean, look,
True.
the perfect example is our podcast. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Forever would we say, oh my God, the three of us will be sitting here today.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the path somehow changes. I mean, back to your original thing is like, how do you sit and actually plan
Mm-hmm.
this out? I feel like a lot of meditation, not now I'm not
Mm.
like saying that I sit in silent because I don't meditate very well. I can't.
Mhm.
Right.
But my mode of meditation and
But you
manifesting
have your own meditation.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
like my
Right.
own way of doing it. Not where
Mm.
I'm sitting still. I'm all over the place doing it
Mm-hmm.
though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it works, I will
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
And I just sit and think about like I try to weigh out, I try to play out every situation,
Mhm.
right? Because I do overthink like you too. I will plan the whole
Yeah.
thing from beginning to end in 10 different outcomes and be like, yeah, I don't know which one to pick. So I may cause more chaos than help,
Mhm.
actually, because
Yes.
now I'm like, I've weighed out too many things. I don't
Mhm.
know which way to go.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of me is thinking, and then also like asking others, like, what do you think I should
Mm-hmm.
do?
Mhm.
Yes. I think for me though, I guess too, you have to, it depends on who you ask, right? So like,
1000%.
yeah, for me, it's like, just not even an example. The reality of it is I'm having a little bit of a struggle of like my career. Like I have a career, two careers, right? And there are pros and cons with both, but my career in the corporate world is kind of, there's more cons than my actual career in massage.
Uh-huh.
So I have been with myself, I've been doing the meditation and prayer and like bring it to my altar, leave it there, don't ask no questions, and let's see how it plays out. But you ask people, just to have conversation and opinion, and then their responses will trigger like just some type of reservation within me. I can't speak for everyone else, but
Yeah,
how I
that's
deal with
true.
those kind of things is
Mhm.
like, okay, oh my God, they gave me like three negatives. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, did I really overthink and
Mhm.
take care of that negative in my plan? So then it shoots me down to like, all right, here we go again. Let's start from scratch because now, oh my, I took their opinion literally. And it's like, all right, so I already know my answer, I think, in my heart,
Yeah.
but speaking to the wrong person will
Mhm.
set me up for failure because I'm like now questioning my plan, how I know I want to execute it. And now it's like, oh shit, wait, I didn't think about that.
Right.
So I'm still struggling, but
Mhm.
God got my back. So it's still up in my altar and it's being dealt with. But I feel like, it's
I
so
think it
hard.
was already dealt with. Like you said, you have the answer.
I
I'm gonna
do.
stop you right now.
Mhm.
I do.
Because
I
you just
do.
went through of how you don't have the answer, but
But you
but you
have the
Oh,
know you
answer,
got
but
the
you
answer, and now
because
you're
I'm
trying to
telling you, the
overthink it. So we
reservation, you
about to
see it's
stop this
playing
right
out. It's
here.
playing out.
so
But the
instead of going to the
reservation.
other people for their opinion,
Yeah,
we're gonna tell you
I
follow
know.
your
You
heart.
know, you
Right.
already know. You said I already know the answer. You
I went through
literally
the
just
whole
said
thing here. I know.
I already know the answer. However, I'm gonna put it up. No,
Right, right.
I just want to
Exactly.
know
I'm
what
leaving
they
it
would
there.
think, but I know
Right.
the answer.
I know what I'm gonna do, but it's just
see,
that, and that's the part
and this
though.
is what we all
That's my
do, though.
struggle. Yes,
Mhm.
this is the
We
real
all
life
do it.
struggle, and it's so crazy. So
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. I had something happened to me actually today because I've been having the same like career issue saying about like, do I continue to go to school to become a nurse practitioner? Do I not? Like, I know hate is
Mm,
a strong word. I dislike school. It's just not my thing. It stresses me because it's not what I like to do, which, yes, hard. We can all do hard things, but whatever.
mm-hmm.
Um, and can I do other, what else can I do that I don't have to go to school? And I know what it is. I do
Mm,
like you, I know the answer. And
Mhm.
I
okay.
keep like you meditating, putting it out, praying to God, like, please send me a sign because I'm big on signs.
Me
And
Mm,
too. Yeah.
today I got the sign this morning, and after I got the sign, and I was fully aware of the sign. I said, "Oh
okay.
God, this is for me. Like you are talking to me. You're telling me what I've been asking you." And then as soon as I stopped listening and watching, I'm like, "Oh my God, but what should I do?"
Right.
Like he's like,
Still, what do I
I just put
do?
it right in your face, and you still
Yes, we still
Like
question
maybe
it.
that wasn't what
like
I
you.
was. Did I ask properly? Is he
This is
answering
it.
particularly? No,
Right.
Linda, listen.
No.
Why
Right.
can't
Just
we just
listen. As we overthink, we definitely
Hmm.
overthink. And I think that's a lot of people, a lot of
Yes.
Yes.
people. Not just, if there's three of us in three different situations
And
and
we
we're
all
sitting
overthinking
here,
it.
we're over. Could you imagine half the world? It's just
Yes.
overthinking.
I
So,
literally plan out a whole conversation. Like I know what the next person's gonna say, and I
yes.
You
like, okay,
practice
so
it
this
too
is what I'm
sometimes.
gonna say, and then they're gonna say this, and then it don't work out like that.
No, and then
Ever.
you're so disappointed, but you're like, wait, I set up that whole conversation. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh
Hmm.
my
Oh.
God. It's
So
so
for
true.
you ladies, how do you in I guess this is like an individual, well, obviously. But it's good to see like what we all bring to the table so that everyone sees like how we think. So
Hmm.
how would you set your goals, or how do you set goals to be achievable? Like what little techniques do you do, or like what do you how do you set your goals to make them achievable? Like what do you each do in
Um,
your mind?
I like to write things down.
Okay.
And I'm a big like I love checking things off. Like that's just so
Okay.
satisfying.
Did you see her eyes
Okay.
light up
Yeah,
right
she
now?
yes,
So
she got
like
real
I
excited.
I know
love
what
to
to
do,
get you for a present.
I just
Mhm.
love like it's amazing. But I just like to plan it out, put it on a planner, check it
Mhm.
off, and then hold on, I lost my thought.
You like checking things off. You like how you achieving your goals. How do you plan to
Yes.
achieve your goals?
Okay. Um, and then sometimes I might just like if it's something that like when you starting something new, you get
Mhm.
nervous, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm
1000%.
so nervous to do this. Nowadays, I'm like, let's just get it over and done with.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I've
That
just
is
been doing.
beautiful.
That
Yeah.
is, I love that.
That
Yeah.
is
Like
that
I
is
would be nervous about something. I'd be like, girl, let's just get it over and done with.
that
Right.
But
is really a great thing. I don't know if you
Mhm.
see the progression in yourself in that.
Right. The
I know I
growth.
have. And like with my mom, I tell her like, look, let's just do it and then we deal with it after. And
Mm.
once we get to that other side, you're like, good. So,
Yeah,
Right.
right, because it's the overthinking that
hmm,
stops you from
Mhm.
doing it. Then you cause unnecessary anxiety because I suffer from,
me too.
self-diagnosed
Yeah,
anxiety here.
Amen.
me too.
Um,
Yeah.
so we start overthinking things. This is like women's brain, people. This is
Hmm.
how we,
Yeah. Yes.
and then we
24/7.
get anxiety, and then that in turn just stops you, puts you at a halt.
Yes.
Like you sat all day thinking about all the things you could have did or all the ways it could have played out when you could have just tried it and learned right then and there within the 5 minutes if it was going to work or not, and
Hmm.
didn't have to sit here for 8 hours thinking about, should I or should
Right.
I not?
The
Yeah.
But
exhaustion gets real.
But like my dad had he had sent someone my way because they wanted like a project done. And this
Mm.
is somebody in the industry, so I'm like, they think I could do it. And he was like, yeah, they saw your work at my party and they wanted like something similar. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, what if I don't do it right? What if it's like, because I'm just starting this career. I'm not like big
Mm.
professional, like,
Mhm.
so I'm like,
you are a
okay.
professional and you are big.
Yes.
Okay, you're just
Yes.
starting,
Yes,
but
So
yes,
go
I
ahead.
was
yes.
I was nervous and they told me exactly what they wanted and I was like, okay. And literally, you know how you have to like send edits and they have to approve it and stuff like that. Literally the first edit, he was like, okay, this is good. And I was like, but in my mind, I was like it took me like before I started, I'm like, okay, you got this. Let's just get it over and done with. And I just keep adding stuff in, sent it to him. He was like, "Oh, it's good." And I was like, "That fast?" Like I,
Right.
I was
Because
like,
we are
Awesome.
our own biggest worst critics.
Critics.
No one can tell you something negative about yourself that you
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
haven't already thought of.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yeah,
Right.
Honestly, like they really can't hurt your feelings because you've already told yourself that.
yeah,
Mhm.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
right? Because this
Mhm.
is what we
Yep.
do to ourselves. Self-sabotage, ultimately. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we can talk ourselves out of anything,
Yep.
Anything.
which
Mhm.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you're great, but then like I'm very good at like telling everyone how great they are, like getting them
Mm,
to motivate them to do all these things or whatever.
Mhm.
But tell me about myself. I'd be like, actually, wait a minute.
right.
Slow your
It's
roll.
true. It's true.
You know,
Uh,
I'm the best hype woman, but for myself,
to
ooh,
hype yourself is so hard,
I'm
right?
Mhm.
so
Yes.
difficult,
Yes, yes, yes.
so critical.
What about you, Steph? How do you set goals that are achievable? What do you do?
Um, Lately, I've been trying to like slow down, just
Mm,
me ultimately. Because if I'm being honest, in my mind, it's me all about thinking. Overthinking is my biggest thing.
mm-hmm.
I'll set the goals in my brain. I want to write, I want to do all these things. I'll maybe write them down sometimes, but ultimately, it's me just thinking about it. And I used to set like these huge
Mm-hmm.
goals that are like they're achievable, but it's going to take a lot to achieve.
Right.
Mhm.
And you need small moments of success to keep you to go,
Yes.
right? Like, because if you
Yeah.
feel like you never get in there, you're just going to quit, at least for me.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've learned now to start, every step towards it is a success. So like
Right.
I like thinking about whether I should like finish school or not. Let me research what I can do. How will that, do that? If
Mm-hmm.
I did that, like you said, check the box off,
Mhm.
that's a goal for me. Lose
Right.
Mhm.
weight. It's before I would be like, I need to lose 50 pounds. No, let me
Mm,
lose 5 pounds.
Mhm.
right.
Goal checked.
Yeah.
I think more reachable
Mm,
Yeah.
goals
Little by
ultimately.
little, and then you
yeah.
get to then next minute you'll
Attainable.
be like, okay, I lost that 50 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm almost
Yeah.
Yes.
there.
And I used to
Yeah.
also like reward myself
Mhm.
if
Mm.
I achieve something, but I over reward.
At least you can
Like,
admit that.
no, I need to take the rewarding away, okay? We are not doing what is it? Participation rewarding.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I go too far with the rewards,
You do. Okay.
which gets me off track.
Now we know. Now we know.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
Good.
funny.
Yeah. So I feel like for me, I went to this seminar called Living Leader through my job. So it's pretty
Okay.
much like everyone in management, they do it, I think every 2 years, and it's pretty
Mhm.
much to see your growth, right? So they give you a journal in the first one, and it's pretty much just to see your growth as a leader of people in your role. So one thing I did learn, because this was my first time going back in August, was that like you said, setting little goals, but like the smallest goals that you wouldn't think are
Yes.
major, they're
Mhm.
so major.
Right.
So it was like they told you write down 4 goals within your role of where you want to see yourself next year at this time. And
Mhm.
we were like, no holds bar. And so when he finally was like, you can do you could just go into the office 2 more days out of the week just to try to achieve this. And I'm like, I want to be in this role. And he's like, you got to slow down. Like
Mhm.
you got to walk first before you run. And it's like, you know
Mhm.
what? You're right. So like that was something I changed. But the biggest thing for me that I learned there was to stop looking for other people to give me the acceptance of
Mhm.
my goal. So going to people and like, hey, this is my idea. What do you think?
Mhm. Like you need
So
validation from someone.
yeah, I
Mhm.
need
Ooh.
validation or their acceptance for me to even start to try to achieve that goal. So it
Mhm.
was like I've done that for a majority of my life. Like, oh, I have this idea and I think I'm going to do XYZ. And it's like the first person to shoot me down. Well, nope, I don't want to do that. Let's do something else.
Mhm.
But taking a different approach with life stuff, it's like, don't go to anyone outside first. Go within yourself. But then if you do want to have a conversation, just have a conversation and listen to their opinions. You don't
Mhm.
have to take it for what it's like to set in stone, this is what you're going to do. So that's one of the things I've started doing is like, you don't need their okay for you to even do it.
Yeah.
So
No, I
that's
felt that.
Ultimately, uh-huh. Go
I've
ahead,
I've
Kim.
had that like in life situations, and then
Mhm.
like I'll go, like I might go to my parents to get their advice, but like
Mhm.
seeing like they're like, yeah, you should do that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I should do that. Like it's just like
Yes.
a comfort knowing that
Mhm.
like your main people, either way, they're gonna support you,
Yes.
whatever you do. But it's like, okay,
Right.
like,
Right.
okay, I feel better now getting that accepted.
Yes,
Yes.
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 But we
So
really don't need it.
no.
No.
We don't, I don't
No.
know why we look for it, but we don't need it. And
Mm-mm.
all and like you said, some I also feel like we know how to choose who to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because you know who's going to tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's going to tell you what you want to hear. You know who's
Right.
just going to agree with you. You know who's going to tell you like it is and not
Mhm.
really care. Like they care about you enough to tell you like it is, ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Right.
Right.
you know who to talk to for certain things.
Mhm.
And then so you're ultimately giving yourself, because you already internally know the answer. So you're going to go to the
100%.
person that you want that response from.
Right.
Right.
And and I say we because I do the same thing. We have
Mhm.
to learn how to, like you said, look in yourself. You have the answer. Why are we looking everywhere else?
Right.
Why
Mm,
Right.
can't we feel validated in our own feelings?
right.
Yeah.
Like that, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
Yes.
So
So we
yeah,
all got a little crazy, people. We all have,
we do.
our brains running wild. Nobody's got it, not that we're not put together, but nobody's got it fully put together.
Right.
Life is beating us up in these streets lately.
It really is. And even if you think you got it together, God has somewhere or another to come in and like,
Right.
whoo, throw a little lemon or curveball real
Let me
Yes.
see
quick.
if you're really ready for what you're asking for.
Right, for what you're
Right.
asking for, or for what
Yeah.
I'm really setting, I've already wrote, your story's already written. Let's see if
Mm-hmm.
you ready for this.
Yes. Yes. Which I
So
think is huge.
same.
Oh my goodness. And to go to a lighter note, in a sense, a funnier note, like I was saying
Mm.
earlier, the timeline thing with dating, like people be in it on these shows, they be like in it 21 talking about I need to be married in 6 months. Bro,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Why? Why? Don't
Why?
do it.
It's crazy. Like, who
And
told
I
you
need to
that?
have kids and I need to be successful and I want to be pregnant in like 3 months. First of all, it doesn't work
Hmm.
that way. You can't just
Right.
magically be pregnant. But why do who made these timelines, first of all?
I
Mm-hmm.
don't even, I think we we
Yes,
ourselves
yes,
listen to the masses,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we in turn are like, okay, we need to do this, 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 this. Again, we are our worst critic
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and we take on the outside noise and make it our own. We
Yeah.
set ourselves up for failure, essentially,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
which is crazy. Really, really crazy.
So I think it's hilarious when I watch these shows like Love is Blind and all these
Mm.
other ones, um, like Pop the Balloon, and they like,
What,
yeah.
did you watch it on Netflix?
I've not seen it yet. I have
Oh my
not.
God, you
Oh
gotta.
no.
First of all, I didn't like it on Netflix.
I didn't like it on
Okay.
Netflix either.
No. What's the
No.
difference?
No,
Because
it
it's one
stinks.
is not the girl. The girl's in the beginning, like she pops
Mm.
up really quick, but it's
Okay.
not the girl, and it's very scripted.
Scripted, yes. I'm sorry, I
Mm.
didn't mean fake. It's scripted.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So
it's
I
so
didn't.
scripted, and even if it's not scripted, because some of it didn't look scripted, it's just like we trying too hard.
Mm-hmm.
On It's not.
Okay.
It's not. My comparison, don't laugh at me, was totally ridiculousness. It's like, how you love, I'm so sorry, you know how you love Chinese food, right? But
Yeah.
Yes.
it got to be from the hood spot.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
They went to the
yes,
bougie
okay.
Chinese
Yeah.
restaurant
Oh
for this
no,
show
no,
and messed it up.
Mm-hmm.
no.
Nobody wants
Okay.
that food.
No, no.
So
You
it
like, the
went,
guy was like, "Have you been to Dubai?" And the girl was like, "No, he popped a balloon." I'm like,
Are you
"What?"
kidding me? What is wrong?
It was like random stuff
it
that
was
was like,
silly. Like
So
"Wow."
they wanted to
ridiculous.
just be on a show. One
Yeah.
girl was just saying anything ridiculous. And it was a little like people that are a little bit like they're celebrities in a sense. They're known for
Okay.
being on reality show. There was one guy there.
Yeah,
No,
bananas
two
from
of
the
them.
challenge.
So it was
Oh
like
God.
I feel like
And then
first of
he
all,
got
y'all
a little,
really
he got
not.
in a little, I think he's canceled right now
Wow.
because he said something like, "Oh, you look like you climb up trees to
Oh
the
What?
yes,
bottom."
he did. He did
Yeah.
say
Oh my God.
yes.
So I
But
think he's a little canceled right now. Do I think he meant it in a racist way? I
no,
don't
he
think
was just
so.
Mm,
trying to be
okay.
But
funny.
you know
Honey.
the social
Not right now,
media.
homeboy. Not
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
social
now.
media was like, "What?" Like,
Yeah, you got to know your audience.
yeah.
Have any of you been watching or tuned into that Erica Mena show?
No. Cuz
No,
What
I've
is
no, I
it
don't
seen
have
called?
Zeus. I don't have Zeus.
no.
Oh, I just want to ask somebody about it. I just see it on social media and I'm like,
Yeah, I
it
see it
looks
on
like
social media
it's
too.
ratchet as hell.
I don't
No,
watch
it
Zeus
is. I've
because I
But they
seen
don't.
have
snippets.
fun
I had
with the
gotten
ratchetness.
Zeus like when it first came out when they had the baddies because I thought like they was bringing Bad Girls Club
Mm,
back the way Bad
okay.
Girls Club used to be. But then I was like, this is not it. Once I saw
Mm-mm.
Krishan just come out of nowhere and pop someone in her face, I was like,
Oh
and then I was
no.
like, I feel like I'm losing brain cells just why like because
Right.
it was just so much fighting, and
Yes.
I'm not with this. So
No,
No.
it's a
I'm
lot.
for women empowerment. I'm not for
Women
Right.
fighting each other.
yeah.
Not
They
fighting
fight
each
over
other.
the silliest, craziest things on these shows.
Pettiest
But I've
things.
seen snippets of
Me too.
Erica
Mm.
Mena's show, and it's insane. First of all, she's. Do you believe these shows when they're like looking for love or
Mm, I don't
don't
know.
get me wrong, I like Love is Blind. Excuse me, guys, I have a little bit of cold. Um, and I kind of fall for it a little bit sometimes. But even that, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're doing it for a check, and
But
hopefully they
some
find
really
love in a
last.
sense.
Some
Yes,
Some
really
some
do.
last.
really
They're
last.
So
So
yes.
I feel like they some of them are doing it for a check and they get lucky enough to find love while
mhm.
doing it, right?
Mhm.
What better way? But
Mhm.
then you
Mm-hmm.
have like Erica Mena. Do I believe she's really looking for love between a man and a woman? If you haven't decided by the time you get to the show, you didn't know if you wanted to be with a man or a woman. This is just my opinion. Sorry to those, because I know some people love men and women, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think you need to decide like what do you really want? What are you looking for? Like you don't
Mhm.
know what you're looking for if you're like in every pool, number one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you so fine, you're looking for love, but then you make it so ratchet. Are you looking for the toxic relationship? Is that what we still looking for?
Right.
Right.
And then you have kids, you have a daughter, you have like this is what they're gonna see
Mhm.
when they start going to school and their
But
friends.
that's like a lot of these shows. I'm like, how can you do all this stuff and you have kids? Like they're gonna see this,
Yeah.
and you acting a damn fool.
Well, I feel like, we come from crazy family too. We not like we haven't seen ratchetness firsthand, but they, it's crazy. I feel like their kids, it's a lot of sexual things.
Mhm.
Mm,
Right? Because, we all grow up, we all see things, all kids see things they shouldn't see at some point. Like,
right.
adults not being adults and not knowing we don't get a handbook on how to raise kids, right? And life's, and sometimes you make mistakes or whatever, and your kids happen to watch you make this mistake.
Right.
But this is a plan, like you sign a contract to get paid to
Yeah.
do this in front of the masses. Um, but then again, maybe that's how they get paid. Like this is the only way they feel like they can
Right.
have the lifestyle they
Mhm.
Yeah.
lead. So, money makes you do crazy things. So
Right.
I'm conflicted
Yeah, I don't
slightly.
know. I can't watch it.
Yeah, it's just something I wouldn't do. So I feel you on that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
No. I don't think I could do like love shows on TV to begin with, just because I feel like that's intimate, it's personal. Like,
Yeah.
I want to I don't want to be with everybody else. I don't want everyone's opinion. Like you said, now we getting everybody's opinion on that gets in your head too. I don't want to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I can't do
Right.
The Bachelor. Like, it ain't gonna be
People
me and a
love
whole
that
bunch of
show.
girls for one man. No, I'm good.
I can't do it either. Mm-mm.
How
No.
they date one person and they're like waiting for a date. They watch them go on dates and we're patiently waiting for them to
Like,
arrive
that man
back.
just kissed her and then he gonna come back and kiss you?
Kiss.
Hell no.
Right. No, thank you.
Why do
Mm-mm.
you think people do that? Like, and some of
Self-sabotage.
them are so like into it though. Like they freaking like, they could watch you kiss and everything and be like, watch me steal him.
Yeah.
They get a like a rise out of taking something from you.
But I feel like too, some of it is for the cameras.
Me too, yeah.
I
Right.
do. I feel like some
Hmm.
of it is definitely for the cameras. So I think that's why they make it seem like they're okay with it. And then they also like, I don't care because I'm gonna do this. So the camera, they have what is the word?
A leading role.
Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. They have like some type of storyline.
Right.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And they keep them.
Like,
Yeah.
not for us.
No, not for me.
No, 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 thank you. I'm
Wait,
good.
did you guys see a few weeks back the women that went to space?
Yes.
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 Would you do
Yes.
it?
I don't think I could.
Well, I would.
I knew you were gonna say yes.
YOLO.
Um,
Yes,
I would
I
need
would.
I would need to go with someone because they all
Mhm.
went alone with they know each other, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, someone that you feel comfortable with.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But then I also read that this spaceship just landed back a couple of weeks ago, months ago.
Mm.
And by the time this is probably a couple of months ago. And they went for I think it was a week mission, a 2 week mission, and they got stuck up there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 months.
Okay, 9 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 months.
right? What happens to these women if they get stuck up there?
They, first of all, I'm mad that they went for 10 minutes. They literally went up, came back.
That part. I want a half hour up there. You better make me
No.
zoom through something. I want to fly with no gravity in the spaceship. Like, you need to give
I
me
think,
more. 500, $500,000. You need to give me some more time.
wow.
Yeah.
They
No.
literally went up for 10 minutes. But I don't know,
10
people was a
minutes.
little bit like,
Upset about
Skeptical.
it.
yes, because they're like,
Hmm.
one, they didn't have helmets on. Two, they landed and someone just opened the door. Like, that's not how it goes. So it was
I
like,
know.
they was like, I don't know, is this real? But I know someone that knows one of the people and they said it was real, so I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, they're
Hmm.
not going to tell anybody it wasn't. That's
Yeah.
something they got to, if that is not real, you got to take that to the grave.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, that's too much money invested. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, but they did show video. I mean, hey, but they do
That's what I
movies.
was
I
gonna
don't know.
say. They did show video, but
so are
I
you
don't I don't
skeptical too?
know. I'm not
No,
skeptical that it
I think that they
happened.
went.
Me
I
too.
think
The
they win.
way
I don't think, I mean, call me naive. Like, who's gonna just say, you know what, let's make a fake day of going
Right,
to
and they
space
plan out this
right,
and
whole
put all
thing
this
on
money into
TV.
it.
Yeah.
right,
And we really not going, what are we getting out of that? Like,
Mm-mm.
what does
right.
the public get out of seeing them fake it to space? I
Yeah,
didn't
they're
get
like
to fake it,
million
but
and billionaires. They shouldn't have time for that because I wouldn't have time for
Hmm.
that. So
It was so when they showed Oprah and she had so much anxiety. She was just like
yes,
so scared. I was like, oh,
I
I know she's
know.
probably
no,
like, girl, you
Gail.
crazy.
Gail, did you see Gail ringing a bell?
Yeah, she
That
was like,
lady
what am I
was
doing? Like she was
I
like,
stressed.
know.
why
You
did I
see
put
the
myself
stress
here?
on her face.
Right.
Like
Yes,
everyone
girl.
else is happy and
Mhm.
smiling, and she's praying to the Lord, please bring me back.
Could you
She's like,
imagine?
now I'm a meme because everybody using that.
Yes,
Literally,
yes,
they really are.
yes,
No,
thousand percent.
No, I
it
don't
was a
think.
great
Well,
idea.
you know
I
me, I'm not
mean,
gonna do it because I don't like to fly. But it looked like it's very pretty up there. You know what I mean?
yes. I
But
just want to see what they saw. I just want to see Earth from, like, like
yeah.
an outer body experience. I just want to see
Hmm.
Earth from the window of a spaceship. And then you can bring me right back down. I don't need to do
Do,
nothing
do
else.
you think it's
Maybe let
gonna
me see the
change?
moon.
something about them?
Huh?
You think
Yes,
it'll change something
I
for them?
think it did. I think it humbled them a little bit.
Okay.
They kissed the floor. Could you imagine Katy Perry kissing the floor that other people walk on? She kissed the floor when she got out that
This is
spaceship.
true.
Yeah.
This is
Hmm.
true. Like, are you scared that you ain't coming back into Earth?
No,
Yes,
she gets the floor coming back, but it's like
coming back.
it's like a probably like experience like it's like totally different. We just
Yeah.
see houses and the sky. We
Hmm.
see a blue sky. We don't know nothing beyond that. So to
That's
see
right.
You
that,
have to
that's
just
like
believe that this is what Earth looks like.
right.
Correct.
And
Correct.
they actually got to, oh, yeah, thinking about it like that, that's
They
makes
got
sense.
to see it. That's the only reason why I would go, to be honest. I want to see it. I want to see the outer body experience. I want
Yeah.
to see Earth
Ooh,
from the
I
outside.
didn't think about it like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, ladies.
Um, oh, so
Well,
with that, with going to space, would you do a hot air balloon? I know Kimberly would do it.
Kimberly's doing
definitely.
all the
I want to
things.
go to Turkey just to do it. You know, in Turkey,
Why
they
in
have that
Turkey?
air, because they have that huge air balloon show. Like, it is a tourist attraction in Turkey where they
Okay.
do all the hot air balloons and like the little mountainside area. They do photo ops and stuff there for like, people who come and visit. But
Hmm.
Oh,
I definitely would do it. Yes.
so she's already researched it,
I
clearly.
have. I have. I have. I have.
So would you do the dinner in the sky?
No.
Ooh, no. No.
I
No.
saw
The one in Puerto Rico?
yep,
Yeah.
that popped
Yeah.
while they were in the sky. Yeah, I would not. Mm-mm. No.
No.
Prior to that, I was like, I don't know, how high are we? Maybe. But then once I saw that, I was like, oh, never mind.
Nope. And the only reason why is because in a hot air balloon, right? Like, once you, of course, it's maintenance too, but it's like once you go and you're floating and doing your thing, listen, if it's my time, God's gonna take me. But I feel
Hmm.
like sitting in the air having dinner, I'm putting so much more of my life in other people's
Yes.
hands.
Yes.
Because
Hmm.
if they did not maintain, somebody didn't put one last little oomph into that screw
Hmm.
that's holding that wire, I'm done.
And then
X
they had
that
nothing underneath
helicopter.
them. If they would have fell, they would have just fell on concrete.
Oh my God, I
Not
can't see
only
now.
that, like I'm not eating up there, first of
No,
all. I'm gonna
I
be like this. I'm
me
not
too
moving.
the
I'm
whole
not moving.
time. Like, you
You
eat,
want
no,
a
no, no,
drink?
no,
Nope.
no.
I'm
Nope.
just
Can you
gonna
spit it
stay
at me
just
with the
like this.
straw?
Can you give
I'm
it to
not
me?
moving.
Then
Right,
if
that's
I if
me.
I
Nope.
start drinking, then I'm really gonna overthink and get more
Oh
anxious. I
my
know.
God. And probably flip by accident. No, thank you. I'm totally okay.
And then
Mm-mm.
if you with people that are like ridiculous and like to scare you and shake you,
Yeah.
You're like, oh my
no.
God. You'd be like, don't
No,
move.
move. Yeah,
Like
no,
I would cry.
no.
I
Me
would
too.
literally cry.
And
Yeah.
I'm totally over helicopter ideas. I did one
Oh,
helicopter tour in South Carolina, and thank God it was only eight
I
minutes
did
long.
that.
I
Yeah.
will never do it again. Watching the television with this last helicopter a couple weeks ago, that accident, that poor family.
mhm.
Again, prayers to their family and their loved ones. But yeah, that watching that, the way those propellers stood in the sky as a helicopter,
Yes.
no, no.
I'm still
Mm.
waiting to see what's going on
Me
because
too.
how does that happen? If they ran out of fuel, like, how does
The
that?
helicopter fell apart like it was put together like Legos.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I'm good.
I
No
was
Yeah.
thanks.
like, who was the
Yep.
sorry for the family, but I'm like, what was involved?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Something.
Executives, Navy
conspiracy
SEAL.
coming
Yeah.
out.
He was a
You
CEO.
you can't with me, guys. My dad is like, "Oh, Kimberly, you're making this
No.
up." And I'm like, I'm a conspiracy theorist,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
as more and more stuff keep coming out, I was like, "Dad, he's like the top notch for Siemens, that Siemens company." And
Yes.
then the pilot, I said, "He's a Navy SEAL, not just a Navy man. He
Right.
is a Navy SEAL." And I'm like, "You know what?" My dad is like, "Did you see that in the news?" I was like, "You're not going to see all this stuff in the news.
Right.
Hmm.
If
Right.
you're a conspiracy theorist, you wait for all these little
Because they
good,
might not want certain
things."
stuff out there, so they
Yes.
only putting out.
Yeah, but
Meanwhile,
the
you're
Fact
like
that
da da
helicopter
da
it
part,
da
broke
da, searching all.
apart
right?
is what got me. Like
It broke
my
apart.
first thought was like, who are these? Who were these
Correct.
people?
Same here. That
Yeah.
was my
Because
thing.
there's
Who
no
were
way
they?
that a bird strike could do that.
Break a propeller?
No. A propeller. It was in
No.
the sky, still spinning as the helicopter was going into the ocean. Like, I couldn't even
Hmm.
imagine that. I couldn't even imagine. That's
Poor
traumatic.
babies.
I
Poor,
Yes, poor
know.
you
babies,
know,
100%.
Yeah.
like
But
you. Mm.
The helicopter just fell apart. So nope, no helicopter tours for me. YOLO, I don't care. I did it once. I'm done. It will never happen
You
again.
did it in your lifetime, so
That's it. It's off my bucket list. It's
yeah.
over.
Bucket list.
Yes. So yeah. But so yeah. Does anybody have a quote? Who has the quote for today?
Stop.
Is it me? Is
Oh.
it me? Okay. Oh, okay. I have a good one.
Ooh. Mm,
It is by Socrates, and it is the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing.
mm.
That's perfect
That's
for
a
what we're
good
talking about
one.
today.
Yes,
Yes, that
honey.
is a good one. You
Came with the
go.
vibes.
You came
You did
ready.
butcher the name. High
Woo!
five.
You came
The
ready
other
today.
one, the other one I had a
Mhm.
crazy name. I was like, and I'm choosing this one.
She's like, I'm
Great
going for
job.
the
Great job.
easy names nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, that
yeah.
is
But that was
good,
a good quote, let me tell you.
Yeah.
especially for today's start of conversation. So that was
Hmm.
great.
Yeah,
But it was good conversation. And I
yeah.
guess, Kim, that leaves you to close us out, honey.
Okay, well,
Here we are.
we want to
Prepare to
thank
be sick of us. Okay.
we want to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on all social media at Calm Before the Storm Podcast. If you have any questions, topics, or ideas, you could DM us on our social media or you can email us at thecalmbeforethestorm@gmail.com. And we want to thank y'all for watching.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we will
Yeah.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.